Nowadays, many people dream of being a celebrity. So, have you ever been a fame-hungry person? Okay, personally, I am. I was once fascinated by the allure of fame. It all started as a simple interest and hobby. I was constantly exposed to celebrities online. I couldn't help but admire their glamorous life. I thought that being famous would be the key to future success and happiness. It seemed so easy to achieve. I imagined that all I had to do was create some videos, and overnight I would become an internet sensation. So I dived on my sleeves and dived right in. I dedicated hours upon hours crafting video blogs, meticulously planning a scene, carefully filming every shot, and painstakingly editing the footage. I was certain that my unique content would resonate with the masses. As my passion grew, so did my investment. I began shelling out money for professional, great equipment, thinking better gear would give me an edge. I even splurged on online advertising, hoping to boost my visibility and rake in those coveted likes and comments. I remember spending my entire monthly allowance on a high-end camera, believing it would be the game changer for my content. But when it came to promoting my videos, I didn't hold back, signing up for various paid advertising campaigns that promised to increase my reach exponentially. As the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, I found myself hitting the brick wall. Despite my tireless effort, my videos were getting lost in the vast sea of the content on the internet. The likes and comments were trickling in at a snail's pace, nowhere near the numbers I have envisioned. This lack of success didn't just dampen my spirit, it also put a strain on my relationships at home. My family, concerned about my ever-increasing obsession, started voicing their concerns, so argument ensued, with them questioning my priorities and me stubbornly clinging to my dream of fame. My parents, there were countless nights when we had heated discussions around the dinner table. My parents would remind me of my upcoming exams, while I would insist that my online presence was the key to my future success. I had a lot of struggles during the process, but because I really spent a great deal of time making videos and my academic performance declined. However, whenever my parents brought it up, I refused to admit that it was caused by making videos. So, as a result, I always ended up with having conflicts with them. Even if I knew the bad result related to making videos, I still chose to continue pursuing it. Thankfully, time has a way of bringing clarity. As my initial impulsiveness and excitement wore off, I took a step back and began to reflect on my actions. I was shocked to realize that how much of my life I have sacrificed for a goal that seemed increasingly elusive. I had spent a good fortune on equipment and advertising, money that could be used on more practical things. More importantly, I had wasted precious time that can use to dedicate it on my studies or building meaningful relationships with others. It dawned on me that fame was, in many ways, a crutch. It was just a way for me to escape from the pressures of my studies and the challenges of everyday life. Instead of facing my problems head-on, I have been chasing a fantasy, hoping that fame could magically solve all my issues. Social media, with its constant stream of success stories and overnight sensations, had lured me into believing that fame would be the shortcut to a better life. But the truth is, success is not that simple. Think about the countless celebrities we admire online. While their lives may seem glamorous, but the reality that most of them have worked incredibly hard to get where they are today. Let's take the example of the famous film, 哪吒. Yang Yu, better known as 饺子, before 哪吒 became a box office hit. He had a long and arduous journey. He was once a medical student who switched to animation against the odds. He faced financial hardships, long-term self-funding for his projects, and the pressure for constantly improving his skills in an industry that filled with tough competition. It took him years of toiling away, pouring his heart and soul into his job and work. With many sleepless nights and countless rejections, and yet, Naja was once in a blue moon success. The story of success is not the norm, but the exception. Think about this. Even with such a talented and dedicated individual like Zhao Zi, his path to fame and success was everything but smooth. Success demands a unique blend of talent, perseverance, opportunity, and a bit of luck. You could have all the talent in the world, but without the right timing and a bit of good fortune, your effort may not be that useful. In contrast, look at the student who focus on their studies or the workers who pour their heart into their jobs. They may not be in the spotlight, but they're building a solid future for themselves. Their hard work pays off in the form of good grades, promotions, or personal growth. These are the role makers of success, not the followers on or the likes or comments on the social media. A student who spends hours studying on an exam and gains a top grade not only gains knowledge, but also builds confidence and discipline. A worker who goes the extra mile at his job and gains a promotion is rewarded for his dedication and hard work. Of course, everyone is entitled to be a star or a celebrity on the social media, but maybe when the right time comes, just like when we get enough preparation for purchasing what we want, but blindly putting aside everything at hand and seeking success through shortcuts is the most unadvisable and irrational behavior. So, what can we take from this? First and foremost, we should communicate openly with our family because they always have our best interests at heart and can offer us valuable perspectives that we may have been overlooked. Secondly, we should prioritize our jobs and work because this is the building blocks of our future success. Without strong foundations, any dream of success, whether it's fame or otherwise, will be short-lived. We should also learn to set a realistic goal and work towards it steadily instead of chasing after quick fix solutions like fame. In conclusion, while the idea of fame can be enticing, but we should approach it with a rational mind. Let's not be misled by the false promises on the social media. Instead, let's focus on what really matters. Work hard and make decisions that will lead to long-term happiness and success. Thank you.